The prisons of convicted covenants, babies initiated and dedicated to witchcraft. Aston Adam Episode 12. Brother, I am Aston Adam Baya and I have been in hell for 351 days. I was with the Lord. As we left the marriage chambers where souls were condemned for fornication and marriage-related issues, I saw countless lost souls raise their hands to the Lord saying, Lord, take me out of here. Jesus told me, I do not force people to do my will and keep my instructions. These people are condemned for their own actions. I said to the Lord, how is it possible for a loving God to create such a place? And Jesus said, being the God of love doesn't mean I'm no longer the God of justice. We were in hell where the Lord took me to a room where it was written, the condemned of the covenant. I asked the Lord, what does the covenant house of convicts mean? The Lord said, we will enter into this room and you will find out what is there. Advertisement. Brother, when we entered the gate of this prison, I heard millions of voices crying. Very quickly I began to notice that these were not the voices of adults but of small children and babies. Then I saw a demon wave his hand and say to countless children who were crying in torment, children, please don't cry, stop crying. You should rejoice because this is your kingdom forever. You should always be in this place. This is your kingdom. I said, Lord, the voices I hear in this chamber sound like the voices of children. Jesus said, the children you will see here are not the children you saw in the abortion business demanding justice. The children who are here ended up here because of the alliance. I said, Lord, what do you mean? The Lord said, mortals, born of woman, or some days, are full of troubles. They spring forth like flowers and fade, like fleeting shadows. They don't last. Who can bring what is pure from the impure person? I said, Lord, you told me that children escape judgment. The Lord said, the devil is cunning. He never wanted men to escape judgment. That's why he attacked the children. He fights children while they are still in their mother's womb. Brother, while the Lord was speaking, I saw a rock and next to that rock I saw a demon who had the skin of a crocodile on his body. He sat like a mother carrying a baby and changing its diaper. However, when we got closer, I noticed that the diaper that this demon was dressing the baby in was covered in scorpions, snakes, and worms. When this demon put this diaper on the baby, the little baby cried more and screamed in pain because these worms and snakes were biting him. I heard the baby say, what did I do to deserve this? I haven't even experienced life on earth. While the baby was crying, I saw this demon say, baby, don't cry. Please don't cry. Advertisement. This demon was changing the diaper of the baby who had scorpions and snakes eating his flesh. The demon took another diaper full of scorpions, snakes, and worms, and when he covered the baby with that diaper, the baby cried even more. And this demon kept pampering the baby and saying, don't cry, baby. Then this demon placed the baby on a table that was burning with fire and I saw that the fire was consuming the baby's flesh. I said, Lord, it's just a little baby. What did he do to deserve this? The Lord said, this baby died when he was 8 months old. One day, when he was a baby on earth, his mother washed his diaper and put it in the dryer. While she was putting this diaper on the dryer, her neighbor who was a witch was watching and speaking into her heart and saying, she has given birth to a beautiful baby and she is putting this beautiful diaper on the dryer to show us that it's all about her. It was when this baby's mother was distracted that this witchy lady continued to touch the diaper that was sitting on the dryer and she transferred the spirit of witchcraft onto the diaper. In the evening, the mother took the diaper out of the dryer. It was when she dressed the baby in the diaper that had the spirit of witchcraft that the baby contracted witchcraft. When it was dark that day, the baby was 7 months old when he contracted witchcraft and was taken to the sea kingdom, where he drank human blood at the witches' gathering. In the physical world, the baby was still a 7-month-old baby, but in the witch world, the baby had a conscience and he had adult reason and intellectual abilities. As a result, he began practicing witchcraft. Although he was a baby in the physical world, this baby was sent on various missions outside his body to cause traffic accidents and innocent lives were killed. He committed numerous misdemeanors and crimes of witchcraft during this period of 7 months to 8 months. Before his death, he attended the witchcraft gathering where he was sent on a mission of destruction against a Christian family. When he came to attack this family, the fire of God erupted and burned his spiritual body. When he returned to his baby body, he was affected. That morning, his mother checked him and saw that her baby had a fever. Quickly, she took the baby to the hospital, where he died and fell there. I saw this baby wearing a diaper that had snakes, scorpions, and worms tormenting him. He cried continuously. The Lord said, "This is his judgment. It will be forever and ever." I saw the baby talking to the Lord. I was amazed that he spoke like an adult. He said to the Lord, "I have no experience of life on earth, and I have never heard the gospel. What did I do to deserve this? I only lived 8 months on earth. Then I fell here into torment." The Lord said, "Even those who have never heard my word in their lives will be judged, for unclean souls will not enter the kingdom." Jesus said to the baby, "Your body on earth was that of a baby. But in the spirit world, you were not a baby. You had conscience and reason, so you are responsible." Yet the child continued to protest that he had never heard the gospel. The Lord said, "God shows no favoritism. All who sinned without the law will also perish without the law. And all who sin under the law will be judged by the law." Brother, next to this baby, I saw something burning. When I looked, I saw it was a placenta. And inside this placenta that had worms, I heard a voice calling for help. It was actually another baby that was inside this placenta where the worms were eating him and he was asking for help. I asked the Lord what he had done. The Lord said, when his mother was pregnant, one day she felt sick and she went to the hospital where she was supposed to receive blood transfusions. However, among the blood donations at this hospital, there was an occultist who donated blood that day. The lady was transfused with blood from this occultist. The blood of the occultist entered the baby in the womb. Several days later, the occultist began to pray a magical prayer. And in this prayer he claimed the souls of anyone transfused with his blood. As he claimed these souls, he saw that this baby had his blood and he had legality in his life. He came to take the baby's soul out of the body into the satanic world, where he initiated the baby into black magic. When the baby became a conscious adult in the spirit world, he was told that he would serve Satan. The woman later suffered a miscarriage and the baby died. And he fell into this place in hell. Beloved, not far from where we were, there was blood in a bowl burning and there was a child's voice speaking about the blood, saying, "Why did you do this, mother? For what? Why did you do that, mom?" The Lord said, "Aston, the blood you see is a 3-month-old fetus. Her mother was a witch and she always said that when she had children, her first child would join her in witchcraft activity. When she got engaged to a man, she got pregnant by accident. As this pregnancy was not planned, her fiancé forced her to have an abortion. Yet she has already passed witchcraft to the baby in the womb, although that baby is only 3 months old. When the mother terminated the pregnancy, the child was already a witch, and she fell into hell because there was nowhere else to go. Brother, I saw a 1-week and 2-week-old baby in this place, because of witchcraft and black magic. There were many babies in this place for different actions of their parents who were into witchcraft. The voices of the babies in that place were painful and I was sad, especially the blood of a 2-month-old fetus. The baby was formless because it was forming in its mother's womb when she died. I could see his face was still forming in the blood. She kept saying, "Oh, Lord, I am lost forever. I'm lost forever." I said, "Lord, what has this blood done?" The Lord said, "She is not blood. He's a human being." I said, "Lord, what has she done?" The Lord said, "One day, while she was in her mother's womb, that day her mother felt the appetite to eat kaolin, white clay. She asked her friend who was with her for some kaolin without realizing that her friend was a witch. The mother got the kaolin from her friend and ate it. Her friend who was a witch bewitched the fetus through the kaolin that the mother had eaten. As a result, the child received the spirit of witchcraft while she was still in her mother's womb. Weeks later, the pregnant mother suffered a miscarriage. And when that happened, the baby was already initiated into witchcraft thanks to the kaolin his mother had eaten. I said, "Lord, is there no more mercy for this baby?" The Lord said, "Too late, no defiled and defiled soul can enter the kingdom of heaven." The Lord said, "Tell mothers, when they learn that they are pregnant, that they should go to church to dedicate their pregnancy to God." Many parents do not dedicate their pregnancy to God for protection. They fail to protect their babies. This irresponsibility leads all these babies here. They must present their pregnancies to God in the church through my servants for the consecration of many pregnancies, and the children are not consecrated. It was these mistakes that exposed the babies. When mothers present their pregnancies to me, tell them to bring a seed with them for the prayer of consecration. The Lord said, "All these fetuses and babies of weeks and months fall into this place as a result of the failure of the parents to present their pregnancies to my servants. Remember to tell the mothers to bring an offering to my prophets for the consecration of the pregnancy, and my servant will announce the pregnancies of these women who will be sealed with the seed." The Lord said, "Many children are born with covenants, bondages, and the retrieval of unclean spirits. Each pregnancy must be consecrated with oil and sealed with a seed. The pastor will pray to undo the claim, covenants, and bonds before the child is born so that he or she will grow in grace. The pastor will pray for olive oil and the mother will anoint her womb with oil." Brother and sister, in this section of hell, I have seen thousands of babies because of the transmission of witchcraft. It was horrible. I will never forget these babies in hell. Many babies are introduced to witchcraft in the womb. It was the first time I saw and experienced these horrible things, and these images are still in my mind. Life will never be the same again.